It's your girl E, and if you do know, if you don't know, I'm a real estate agent and a notary. However, my primary business is my notary business. I've been a notary longer than I've been a real estate agent. So let's talk about what's in my notary bag. I carry lots of bags, just to forewarn you. Not as a notary, just in general, but we'll talk about that later. So this is what I carry. This is what I carry as a notary. And that's not including like my scanner and different things like that. My original bag was really big, but it just got heavy with the laptop and it was just a lot going on. And this bag was given to me from this lady who my house burned down last year. That's a that's a conversation for another day, but she gave me this bag, a lot of other things, but she gave me this bag and I liked it because it was really sleek. And my original bag, like I said, was pretty humongous, and your girl's shoulders was, it wasn't having it. So I needed something that was light but still fit all of my things. And obviously it doesn't fit this, but I don't always need this. And we'll talk about that why in a sec. So let's go in my bag. I always have a notepad. Shout out to Lot Title. If you ever need title insurance, holla at your girl. But you always need a notepad. I'm pretty old school. Although I have my iPad and I take notes there, sometimes you just need the old pen pad. Some notary instructions from a closing that I had not too long ago. So from time to time, that will be in my bag. Clipboards, of course. Clipboards are always needed. I started my business during COVID, so more often than not, the closing took place. The closing or the notary appointment, I primarily do closings, but they will take place outside. I've done closings on the hood of my car. I've done them on the floor because the seller moved everything out. Everything was gone. All they need to do was sign the documents. So there was, I don't even think there was electricity, no gas. And so we sat on the floor with these very, very clipboards and closed the sale of their home. I, I've done some things as a notary. Of course, my handy dandy notary bag for my journal. You know, if you're a notary, you know, you know. I like this journal because it has all the parts for closing, all the documents, compliance agreements, mortgage, deed, the owner occupancy, all those things you might need as a notary. Has all those check boxes because if you've ever done a closing, there are several documents. Every package varies, but yeah, it can, some of them can get pretty crazy. If you ever done anything with Old Republic Title, they have like 20, 35 notarizations a package. Not fun. And next we have my little folder. This is new. I think I recently got this from Walmart. Probably this week or last week. I did get this from Walmart. Here I have my little oral ceremony that you read to them, you know, either the acknowledgement or the affirmation. The oath, I have that here written here just in case every now and again we get a brain fart. So I have that in here, and in here I have some of my notary flyers that I would leave at different places. Since I'm also a real estate agent, I'll leave them at apartments sometimes, coffee shops, wherever I am. I have these on deck. So I have that in this little folder here. And this is where I carry my, like I said, the acknowledgements, the attachments, the certificate. Again, if you're a notary, you know, you know. I have them all here. The ones that I would need on an everyday basis, I have that. I keep that in here. Next in my bag are my two little pouches. I don't know why I have two. I might need to get rid of two. Okay, this is why I have two. I probably don't need to have two, but whatever, I'm extra. So in this one, I have paper clips. I have a mini stapler, so if the document does not have the correct notary certificate, I just attach the one that needs to be attached, which that was in that previous folder that I showed you. Paper clips, because you're going to need paper clips. I have this little ink thing for thumbprinting, so when they sign my journal, also give me a fingerprint. And I have an extra ink pad. When you're on the go and you have a lot of assignments, sometimes the ink pad just runs out. I also carry an extra stamp, but I always have one of these on decks. I like to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You might hear that a lot from me, but yes, always stay prepared. And I carry this little square reader for payments. Payments for my general notary work. Most of my closings I'm paid by the title company, so I don't need that for those assignments. But you know, when people find me on Google and use my business, that's when I use that. This pouch has my pens. I mainly use blue pens just because I think universally blue pens are preferred for signing documents, and it's easier to tell when a copy has been made. I have some binder clips in here that I may need sometimes, but I like to wrap everything in a rubber band if we're doing a closing. This is the pen that I use when I'm signing, like my signature goes, and when I'm filling in, this is the pen that I like to use. The Pilot G, what are these? The G2 pens. As a former teacher, I love me like some good stationery. Like, give me all the notepads, all the ink pads in the world, and your girl is happy. And these are the ones I use, the big pens for the clients. They're cheap, they're affordable. Cheap and affordable are the same things, but yeah, they're affordable, and if the client takes them and keeps them, no big deal, right? These I probably would cry for. So I primarily have these. I do have black pens. I think that some of them are in my other bag, but I keep that in here. Here's my stamp, and then if I ever need to re-ink, it's only happened like once or twice where I had to ink in the middle of an appointment because I ran out. Hence why I carry like 2 stamps. So that's in the main bag. If you ever call me for a notary appointment, you're gonna see me and this little bag coming to notarize your docs. And my next bag, pack everything back. Now this one I try to bring all the time because only one time I didn't realize that I had to do a copy certification, and most people prefer for those certificates to be stamped on the document versus an attachment, because a lot of things are scanned now, so it just makes it easier. So these are the certificates. So in that folder that I had, try to show it. I guess I should just show it. Not like you forgot, but in case you did, in this folder I have the notary certificates, and these are the stamp versions of that. So let's pretend that this was the document. This has no notary certificate attached. So we can either take one from here, the client will choose, take one from here, put it together, and there they go. But because they're scanning documents back, it's just easier to stamp it on here, fill it in, and then add my notary stamp to it. It's easier for everybody. So I have 2 of these. One of these is the jurat, the other one is an acknowledgement. My extra notary stamp. I have more pens in here. I'll probably put them in my little bag because I was wondering where all my pens went. So we have more pens. I like these too, but these are more on the pricier side, and I'd be tight if I lost these. They do write well, but that's what I used to use back in the day. More pens. Pens everywhere. This is the embosser. So I generally use this if I'm doing an apostille, just because one, it looks nice. We're gonna use one for the sake of using one. one, it looks nice, and two, I don't know, in other countries or sometimes my clients are from other countries and they really want the gold stamp, the embosser on it. So I will add that next to my stamp. Everybody feels great. It looks great. And I send it off. So embosser. Next, I have the copy certification. So when we need to do that, again, same deal. Put it onto the document and we have the wording there. I have this thumb drive. Sometimes on the go, I need to print something, or I don't use it that often, but like I said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So this is always in my bag. I also, oh, it's done, but for a little perfume on the go, long day, freshen up, I have to refill this now. Again, always ready. I keep some wipes for being on the go. As a notary, I'm always in somebody's house, apartment building, office, and I have to go use the bathroom sometimes. I don't use it in their houses. I'll stop at like a gas station, a Wawa, not like any gas stations, Wawa specifically. I'll stop at something like that. Or depending on where I'm at, one of those rest stops. One, because there's a lot of people, it just might be cleaner, but wipes for on the go. So that's it. That's what I carry with me all the time as a notary. I keep a scanner in the car. That's always with me, but that's not like what I'm carrying on unless I have a closing. So if you see me, you ever request me for a closing or ever watch any of my videos for a closing, I'm going to have these two bags on me. For a closing, I'm not really carrying these because all the attachments and things are generally on there. So you probably won't see this bag specifically on the closing, but when I am doing my closing, it'll be that briefcase bag, the documents, of course, and my scanner. The scanner also has its own bags. I might need like a little dolly situation, but stay tuned. For now, I'm just using the bags. I appreciate you watching, seeing what's in my bag. If you have any questions, recommendations, if you're a notary out there and have any recommendations on another bag, something that I can carry all my things, and also if you're a notary, let me know what you carry in your bag. Thanks. Bye.